2016's Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice was a film watched by many, and many of those who watched are likely to wish they hadn't. What's less known is the fact that all of Batman v Superman's intentions were more effectively achieved in an animated film, the Batman-Superman movie World's Finest. Released in 1997, the same year as Steel and Batman and Robin. What a year for DC movies. The carefully ambitious plot concerns Joker finding an antique made of solid kryptonite and making a deal with Lex Luthor to kill the Man of Steel for a cash reward. This premise invites logical experimentation with character dynamics. It leads to Batman travelling to Metropolis and Bruce Wayne meeting Lois Lane. Oh, look at that rhyme. Shows the inevitable but enjoyable clash of personalities between Joker and Lex Luthor, as well as the inevitable brief tussle between our heroes. Superman and Batman interacting with each other's villains lead to some interesting character moments that would be impossible to explore otherwise. Even ideas that seem more obvious are clearly present to illuminate character. And incidentally, a major strength of this feature is how respectfully the characters are portrayed, borrowing the most familiar elements from different portrayals. Batman is the brooding, stoical but well-meaning vigilante. Superman is the lawful good superpowered being with clear vulnerability. Joker is a boisterous and comical but genuinely threatening and capable figure. Lex Luthor is a cold, calculated businessman with a repressed, brutish streak. And Lois Lane's determination, wit and insecurity are played up, making this one of the most rounded portrayals of her character, as a broad continuation of Batman the Animated Series. It also features the definitive and original Harley Quinn, who in turn is shown as vulnerable, genuinely funny and genuinely formidable. It feels like a long time since the character's been treated with such integrity. Oh, and Lex Luthor's bodyguard Mercy Graves is in this too. I think she actually might have appeared in Batman v Superman. Was that Mercy? She didn't do anything memorable. Just like every other character in that film. The aforementioned connection to Batman the Animated Series means that the iconic voice casting from that series is carried over. So it features Mark Hamill's Joker, Kevin Conroy's Batman, and Arleen Sorkin's Harley Quinn. It also features an example of Clancy Brown's frankly underrated turn as Lex Luthor. The same man who voices Mr. Krabs. Come on, say it with me, people. Range. Hoya, SpongeBob! Arr, 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 arr. See, I do a really good impression of Lex Luthor. Other than the aforementioned central plot, there are some brilliantly textured subplots, involving a politically tinged business proposition from Lex Luthor to Bruce Wayne, a relationship growing between Lois and Bruce, grippingly unpredictable villainous power shifts, interesting observations and dramatic potential concerning the double lives of superheroes, and most importantly, Batman and Superman gaining each other's trust through some important moments. All these ideas are so brilliantly interconnected and flavoured by mature, concise dialogue. It saddens me that this film isn't more known. Its ability to affiliate so many character decisions and narrative devices into such a short runtime and create a satisfying broad ending is seriously impressive. In characterization, storytelling and pacing, this film mostly triumphs. One slightly disappointing feature is the lack of a climactic battle between the heroes and villains. Batman and the Joker barely engage in combat, despite there being obvious opportunities to do so. Also, the art style is nothing more than serviceable. It mostly follows the basic simple style of the new Batman adventures, but with elements of Superman the Animated Series. Shows in which the men have the physique of a fridge, and the women have the physique of a smaller fridge that's shaped like a woman. It was actually a made-for-TV movie that aired during the second season of Superman the Animated Series, which, as the name implies, followed the exploits of Green Lantern. While it isn't my favourite animated film to feature the Dark Knight, that would be Batman the Mask of the Phantasm, which just has a much more intimate sense of conflict, darkness and emotional power, it is my favourite film to feature Superman. Talking about an animated Superman film from the 90s after talking about an animated 90s film that heavily referenced Superman. It's as if I planned it, mainly because I did a bit. I will admit this film has a high level of nostalgic affection for me. In my youth, I relentlessly played the VHS. I swear animated superhero works were much easier to come by back then. But to ensure I was as unbiased as possible, I did recently rewatch this film. so a lot of the specific details I've praised are new thoughts. Also, the film is subtitled World's Finest. They'd get sued if that wasn't true. If it wasn't particularly good, they'd have to call it World's Most Average or something. This film is highly recommended to any fans of the characters, or of the DC animated universe in general. Thanks for watching, and if I don't see you next time, I'll find a way to blame Batman v Superman. I tell you something I totally forgot about until I was making this video, is when I was really young and watching this, I used to say to my mother when I wanted something, I used to go, Mercy! Her name's not even Mercy, I was just copying Lex Luthor when he calls for Mercy in this film. I'm gonna do it again soon. Don't know why I stopped.